Patrice Ryan in studio. Pet Psychic. Good to see you, Patrice. Can we raise her chair up, and can we figure that one out, Brusket? Yeah. The chair always gets lower down on the guests, and then I can't see him. And Patrice, easy on the eyes.
Yes,
beautiful blonde.
Far too attractive for someone in this line of work.
We'll see how good she is. I brought my dog Molly in today. Also, Brusket brought his dog in, Bella.
They're not getting along.
We're going to ask for a little reading. Now, first tell us what you do or how you knew you were Dr. Doolittle.
Gifted.
For as long as I can remember from childhood, I could communicate with pets.
You had pets growing up?
We didn't have pets growing up, but like in the neighborhood.
And how did it present itself?
My first memory is like our neighbor had a dog, and then they had puppies, and I remember going over there like I was crazy about animals, and I would just look at them, and I knew what was going on. I knew what they were thinking or feeling, and I would tell like the owner, the adult, and I said, that dog is sick, or that one's worried about the puppy, or they want to be, and then the owner would just look at me like crazy, like I was crazy.
All right, well let's getting with my pup first. What do we?
Molly?
Yeah, give Molly a read.
Come here, Molly.
What can you tell me about Molly?
What happened at the age 2? Is she old? Is she 2 now? She's older than that.
She is. She's 3. I don't know. Ask her.
Well, with people and pets, I always get a number. I get an age. That's a significant time in their life. Mm-hmm. So there's a big change at the age of 2.
Well, she is. I don't know, 3 and change. I do believe.
She's saying she's 4, but okay, go ahead.
She's saying she's 4. All right. And is that 28 to you and me?
You do the math. I don't know.
Because whatever the dog you're saying is, she was bitten by a rattlesnake at a certain point.
About 2 years ago, year and a half ago?
Was a little less than that. I'd say
13 months?
Well, I'd have to. You know what? I smoke a fair amount of weed, and I don't focus on the details of life. But it's been a little less than a year, I would say, or somewhere around a year since she was attacked viciously by a rattlesnake.
Months. Do you have it feels like there's more people in your house?
That's right.
It feels like there's kids or something.
Yes, there are.
There's 2, and is there
2?
Is there a third?
Well, you could count my wife, possibly.
Is there a third
2.
that comes to visit?
Ozzy, a stocky Mexican.
There's a third that seems to be a constant.
Okay.
Ozzy.
The repetitive visitor.
A third child. Now, what about, is she, how does she feel about me? Is she angry at me? Does she love me?
She likes you, but she's a little bit frustrated with your schedule. Such like you're gone a lot.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell her to pull the stick out of her ass? Because she's a snob. I have to beg her to get on the sofa with me. She sits on the other side of the room.
Those kibbles and bits don't pay for themselves, dog.
What about that, Patrice? I mean, Carolla says that the dog doesn't really necessarily always want to sit on the couch with them.
No.
Lukewarm on me and the old lady.
It feels like she actually likes to work you.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah.
Because, she says you actually do what she wants you to do, and she's kind of manipulate you to get what she wants out of you a little bit.
Why would she tell you that, by the way, knowing you're just going to parrot it back to me? Wouldn't that sort of ruin her plan?
They want you to know that they know what's up.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Who does she like better, Lynette or Adam?
Well, it feels like she's saying your wife is really easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I got her on the first date.
You mean easygoing?
Very easygoing. I mean, she's saying easy, it's just really fluid there.
Easy as in not wanting to cook or clean herself.
It's just pretty relaxed with her. She doesn't have to work for anything. With she likes to work you a lot.
Tell us something we can hang our hat on. Have her tell you where she's from. Or was that not on the internet?
It's not on the... I don't know where Arkansas is coming from, but I don't know if she's
Arkansas?
I don't know where she... You've had her for a really long time.
Well, you're talking to her. Ask her where she's from.
I am.
Ask the dog where she's from.
They don't always know that. I hate to tell you that.
Well, how do they know everything else?
Well, they know emotional things, not geographical things, right?
Yeah, geography is really hard, especially when I'm trying to locate lost pets. Mm-hmm. I helped locate a lost pet yesterday, reunited them rather quickly.
How do you do that?
Because Craig called me and said, I found this dog, and then can you help me? And I went over there, and when he called me, I got the dog was attached to a female who wasn't married but could have a boyfriend or something, but then I didn't feel kids. but the neighborhood didn't seem familiar to the dog. So when I went over to see the dog, I definitely got more of a male energy attached to the dog, and then she came from like that direction. So ended up walking her, ran into the woman across the street, going like, "That's my dog. I was just going to put signs out." And then she said, "Yeah, my boyfriend, he lives with the boyfriend more. We just moved here." And I said there was an incident of abandonment and neglect, and she said...
All right, hold on. I'm talking to Molly. She says she's poured off her ass. Well, she wants to know where she's from. She's not interested in other stories.
You got to get past that.
All right. You can go look at... okay. Barb?
Hey, Adam.
Do you have a question?
I do. I adopted a dog, and he has some health problems.
Hold on, Brusca, quiet. Go ahead.
And I want to know if all is resolved or if he's in any pain.
Health issues.
It feels like the dog's still on medication. Is that right?
No.
Is there like a single?
It's uncanny how off you are.
Easy there. It feels like the dog still has some residual, like a single medication. Or is there a supplement you're giving the dog?
We give him eye drops every once in a while, but
aha!
Thank you.
She knew it.
Redemption.
That's what she felt.
Thank you.
She clearly was talking eye drops when she said supplements.
Well, any kind of medication, there's something, other than food. So there's a single that's a lingering that's still, it feels like it's kind of weaning out, but there is a single medication. What happened like 4 or 5 months ago with the dog?
I think we started this segment.
That's when he stopped all his meds.
Okay, so it was 4 or 5 months ago when they stopped the meds.
Yeah.
Okay, but continuing the eye drops.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything else with the dog.
Is the dog going to be okay?
No pain, no discomfort, no anything.
I would just keep doing the maintenance that you're doing. I don't
Say the
feel like
dog
there's
is
anything
writhing
severe.
in its own silent hell.
And it just can't tell you how much pain it's in.
How is it that you can tell what is going on with this dog who's speaking? You're speaking to the owner on the phone and the dog. You don't have to see the dog or hear it make a noise or anything. You just know.
Patrice also reads people. Did you know this?
Ooh.
Yes, anything about...
But he could be an animal, too. He's one of those ones like, how Michael Jackson, when he turns into the werewolf in that video.
Oh, right.
Tad's like 2/3 of the way to becoming a hippopotamus.
We're talking about that,
Read that
man.
Yes, the large man behind you.
What's going on in that head? The goateed head.
I can't talk about him.
Why?
Where's he from?
A lot of problems.
Gail?
Yeah.
You have a pet?
Yes, I do.
Well, don't tell us what kind of pet it is.
Easy there.
Patrice, go ahead.
Who's asking the questions?
What is the pet? What kind of pet? Cat, dog, minor bird? What is it?
If you can give me the species and the name of the pet, it's helpful.
Rottweiler, Fido. I'm going dog.
Yeah. It's Shay, lab mix.
Okay. And your
Lab
question?
mix.
Well, I had her to the vet, and after $500, they didn't solve her problem.
Mm-hmm.
She has a urinating problem. She dribbles all day long.
And that's been going on for...
So does Adam. He pees in sinks.
It's been going on for like 6 months or longer?
Yes, it has.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
On a roll.
Now we're going
Are you
somewhere.
impressed now?
Yes. They did ultrasound.
Right. Uh-huh. I'm feeling surgery in that area. Is that right?
No, she didn't have surgery. They didn't find
All right,
anything.
listen, one
Has
for
she been
14.
altered, though?
That's not a bad day.
Has she been altered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
You mean had
But that
been
was like
spay or neutered?
that was like 10, 11 years ago.
Right. Yeah. But there's something that I see it, whatever needs to happen, it feels like it's a surgical procedure rather than medication.
You say you do work for their health. I mean, you spot things that they didn't know they had. Like, could you tell if a dog had a tumor and should be brought into the hospital?
Yeah, I get in different ways. I either feel something, the energy is blocked, or I see things. And so I work with veterinarians describing what I see and what I feel to help them diagnose and treat
They
animals.
must be delighted when you come into their office after 118 years of schooling and explain to them that you felt that the dog had a polyp in its ass.
Well, I work with younger vets, actually.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
I think they look at you like doctors look at chiropractors.
a little bit down their nose.
I would go with yeah.
Can I ask,
do you really work with vets?
I do.
Which one? So I know which ones not to bring my dog to, by the way. Because I don't want to, I'm going to drop Molly off at any quacks.
I'm sensing the Patrice. Wait, I'm getting a reading. Patrice feels slighted by your jokes.
Well, Patrice, to be fair, your batting average is not even 500 with the pets.
How do Adam's twins feel about, or how does Molly feel about Adam's new twins?
Well, Molly certainly feels, she's saying to me, she feels like she's been around longer than the twins.
Is she jealous of the twins? Is she going to eat one of them?
She's not, no, but she feels like they should be disciplined a little bit more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, she definitely feels like they're siblings and like you are the parents, was actually really good.
So if I'm beating one of the twins tonight, my wife comes in and wants to know why I'm beating one of the twins. I'll say the dog. The dog said. Oh, by the way, the dog said you need to start performing more oral. Justin.
Yes.
You have a question for Patrice Ryan?
Yeah.
Pet psychic?
Hey, my question was, I came home the other day, and I found to have my dog have a big gash in the back of her back. So I had to take her to an emergency vet. I got 22 staples in her right now. I just want to know what the hell happened to my dog.
I'm not exactly sure. It does feel like...
Hold on. Do you need the name and breed? That helps you, right? The name and breed?
I'm a dog psychic, too. I don't know what happened. Dave, by your definition, everyone's a dog. Oh, Dave, turns out you're a dog psychic.
Nothing.
You know where Molly's from? You've just joined the elite of the dog psychic world.
Can we have the name and breed? That helps Patrice.
Yeah. Her name's Carolla, and she's a German Shepherd Chow mix.
Okay. The gash feels like there's a human involved in that accident. I hate to tell you.
Oh.
Doesn't feel like it was interaction with like another dog specifically.
Inflicted.
Broke up a mugging.
Inflicted by a human.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a single human attached to that injury. And also, is there like some kind of fence or something she would crawl through, or because it feels like the laceration could have come from her crawling through a certain space.
Well, how's the human involved with that, though?
Yeah.
They built the fence.
Doesn't feel like the human inflicted it, but definitely was there, part of it. I'm not...
Okay, yeah, because
it took place on the planet, which does have humans, so therefore it's an easy jump.
I have two other dogs, and...
Well, hold on a second. The dog had 22 staples it took, so it had a huge gash.
Yeah.
And you don't know if it was a rusty fence post or an evil neighbor that did this, or it got into a fight with another dog.
Exactly.
How about the vet that put the dog back together? They did not offer any opinions on how the dog got in this condition?
No, actually he didn't. He was like, wow, that's just a big-ass gash. And I was like, well...
Hold on, I need the name of that vet as well, so I know where not.
Vet.
Wow, that's a big-ass gash. Whoa, you're really harsh in my mouth.
Let me give you the number of my friend Patrice. I'm sure she will be able to divine what happened.
Dude, your dog's jacked up.
Your dog is bumming heavily right now about that big-ass gash.
Is there like a torn chain link fence around?
You need a doobie or something to maintain, or are you cool?
Yeah, there is. There's a... chain link to their fence.
Aha!
Is there a hole or something in it? It seems to be not quite.
Well, there was holes to where they did dig, but I try to cover it up as best as I can.
It feels like that was also part of it, but the human attached, it could have been like running from the human or something to that effect. Doesn't feel like the human necessarily antagonized situation, but certainly was part of it.
There you go.
Okay.
A definitive answer.
And it's on the lower part of the back.
And it's important that you seek retribution against your neighbor immediately. Immediately. Do not ask questions. Let's talk to Tommy. Tommy?
Hi, guys. Hi, Patrice. It's good to talk to you. I got some psychics in my family, so I wanted to talk about my dog. I've got a dachshund. It's 9 months old. It's got a chip in its paw, and it's also favoring that paw. And I didn't know if there's something wrong. It's a breeder's chip. I didn't know if there's something wrong with the chip, or she hurt herself, and I'm concerned.
What happened 2 months ago?
Well, I was working a lot, and we had to leave the dog home alone. I don't know.
Okay. It feels like I wouldn't have a lot of concern about the chip. It feels like it's going to heal. It's going to take a little while, though.
Let me ask you this as a psychic. Psychics always do this, what happened 6 months ago, what happened 2 months ago.
Good call.
How about you go ahead and tell us what happened 2 months ago? We're talking to you. I know what happened 2 months ago. I'm me. You're you. You tell me what happened 2 months ago. That's the psychic part.
And why not use these powers to divine who's going to win the Super Bowl? Why does that never happen?
Because dogs aren't playing in it, fool.
Oh, good point.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Yeah, I am. I did have one other question, quickly. The breeder gave us the number of the chip, and I lost that slip of paper. Can you tell me what the number is?
I can't help you with that.
I'm just going to jump in and say no.
Thank you.
Unless...
All right, I'll call him back.
Okay.
All right, call him back. And what is the breeder's chip? They put it in there to certify? Or I know dogs have these little... I think my dog...
A microchip in case it gets lost?
Yeah, but I don't know how it works. I want the self-destruct chip. If the dog gets lost, I blow it up.
You know what? If Molly's not going to be with you, she shouldn't be with anyone.
Patrice.
Yes.
Directly to your right here, there's a gigantic animal next to you. Can you read what's in that head?
Is there anything specific for you? It feels like you have a couple losses on family side. At least two that have passed.
If you can make Big Tad cry, I will plug your website 10 times.
My dad.
Yeah. Yeah, and then someone from another side of the family as well.
Well, actually...
What?
Wait a second. You mean to tell me you've had members of your family who've died?
Yeah.
That is impossible.
Wow.
When did your dad die?
Well, my dad died about four years ago, and my grandma just recently lost her brother.
Right. Yeah. I thought female, but then I also got male. Okay, so your grandmother's really feeling that loss, though.
Yeah.
It's hitting her pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She's not doing the Lord of the Dance move on his coffin? Interesting. Because that's how my family deals with grief.
While, though.
They put a headband on and they dance on their toes.
17 months? What,
Wow.
17?
No.
It's not 17.
No.
But it feels like it's been a long... I don't know what happened in 17, but for her, it feels like you kind of almost think she should be a little further or better with the loss, no?
No.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some expectations there, but it feels like it's really heavy for her, really hard.
Well, it's her brother.
Yeah, I know, but wow.
Wow. Tough.
What's going on with Tad's weight? Do you think... I mean, I think you've tried to lose weight in the past. Why is he holding on to the weight?
2 months ago, he ate a breakfast burrito. Yes, Big Tad?
Yeah.
It feels like that you're really, really guarded. Does that make sense? And like you don't really let a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't let these people in my life.
Let me read Big Tad for a second. Tad, there's a side of you that you show the world. There's a side of you, a face you put on, but then there's another side of you. You don't share. You keep that to yourself. There's two sides of you. There's the outer side. There's the part you bring to work and to the parties, but then there's a part of you that's very private. I want to give Patrice Ryan a marginal thumbs up. You don't know anything about pets. Just get a job as a secretary and have your dignity, would you please? You know zero about pets.
I did not plan on becoming a pet psychic.
I know.
Pet psychiatry didn't. She didn't choose pet psychiatry. It chose her. Yes.
It chose you.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was wrong.
Now,
I don't need to be a psychic to know you know nothing about being a pet psychic.
I disagree with you.
Really? Really? Are there really enough crazy broads in the world to keep your rent paid? I mean, seriously, you don't know anything. You have no gift. I know this sounds harsh, but your people are parting with money and giving it to you, and you do nothing, and you have no gift. Doesn't that feel bad?
How could you say that?
Well, I saw you try to read my dog for what felt like the last 3 days, and you got nothing.
she gives people comfort.
Okay, that's all right. I'm just saying, it's not a gift. You don't have a gift. You have zero in the gift department. What you are, you have a nice smile, you're nice looking, and I'm sure there's nothing wrong with you other than the part where you think you have a gift. So just take it and do something else with it. It's not too late. You could be a school teacher. You could be a real estate agent. Yes, anything but a pet psychic.
Okay.
All right. Unless you want to redeem yourself by saying one thing about this dog that you couldn't find over the internet. Where's the dog from?
I can't tell you that.